Sire, called Zazu urgently, hyenas in the Pride Lands. Well, Mufasa tensed. Zazu, take Simba home, he ordered. And without a moment's delay, he ran toward the Pride Lands. I never get to go anywhere, grumbled Simba, watching his father leave. While Mufasa dealt with the hyenas, Simba visited his Uncle Scar at the rocky lair. I'm going to be king of Pride Rock, he announced. My dad just showed me the whole kingdom, and I'm going to rule it all. So your father showed you the whole kingdom, did he? Asked Scar. Everything, said Simba. He didn't show you what's beyond that rise at the northern border? Well, no, admitted Simba. He said I can't go there. And he's absolutely right. It's far too dangerous, agreed Scar. Only the bravest lions go there. Well, I'm brave, said Simba. What's out there? I'm sorry, Simba. I just can't tell you. An elephant graveyard is no place for a young prince. Oops. Scar clapped his paw over his mouth. Whoa, said Simba. Promise me you'll never visit that dreadful place, said Scar. Well, you run along now and have fun. And remember, it's our little secret. Well, as Simba left, an evil smile crept across Scar's face. And Simba ran to his friend Nala, who was getting bathed by her mother. Come on, I just heard about this great place, he said. It's really cool. So where is this really cool place? Asked Simba's mother, Sarabi. Oh, said Simba, around the water hole. Well, Simba gave Nala a secret look, and they both said, please. Well, as long as Zazu goes with you, said Sarabi. So where are we really going? Whispered Nala as they began their journey. An elephant graveyard, Simba whispered back. Wow, said Nala. So how are we going to ditch the dodo? Well, Simba grinned, and they created distraction with help from a herd of animals. We lost him, said Nala. I am a genius, Simba boasted. Hey, genius, Nala replied. It was my idea. And the cubs playfully pounced on each other, and Nala pinned Simba to the ground. And they began tumbling over each other down a rocky slope until they landed with a thud in the elephant graveyard. It's really creepy, said Nala. Yeah, agreed Simba. Let's go check it out. But at that moment, Zazu flew down. The only checking out you will do will be to check out of here. We're way beyond the boundary of the Pride Lands, he squawked. Right now, we are all in very real danger. Danger? Ha, said Simba. I walked on the wild side. I laugh in the face of danger. And he let out a laugh. But his laughter was drowned out by the sound of 3 hyenas laughing. Well, 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 said Shenzi, what have we got here? A trio of trespassers, replied Banzai, as the 3rd hyena, Ed, continued to laugh. Then Shenzi turned to Zazu. I know you. You're Mufasa's little stooge. So there's an original concept sketch of the 3 hyenas. Notice no color, not a lot of detail, just a very, very basic sketch. It's time to go, insisted Zazu. What's the hurry? Asked Shenzi. Would you like to stick around for dinner? I'm guessing they're thinking that Simba and Nala might be the main course. Yeah, said Bonzi. We could have whatever's lying around. And with that, Nala and Simba ran. And the cubs ran until they were trapped against a wall. And they turned to see the hyenas stalking toward them. Suddenly, Mufasa leaped down, pinning the hyenas to the ground. If you ever come near my son again," Mufasa growled, and the hyenas fled. They were no match for Mufasa. "Dad, Simba began. "You deliberately disobeyed me. Let's go home," Mufasa said sternly. While Zazu took Nala home, Mufasa turned to his son. "Simba, I am very disappointed in you." "I was just trying to be brave like you," said Simba. "I'm only brave when I have to be," explained Mufasa. "But you're not scared of anything." "Well, I was today," said Mufasa. "I thought I might lose you." "I guess even kings get scared, huh?" said Simba. Well, Mufasa smiled down at his son. "Come here, you," he said, and he picked Simba up, ruffling his head. And then they rolled together through the moonlit grass. "Dad," said Simba, "we're pals, right?" "Right," answered Mufasa. "And we'll always be together, right?" Well, Mufasa paused for a moment. "Let me tell you something that my father told me. Look at the stars. The great kings of the past looked down at us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you, and so will I." Meanwhile, Scar visited the hyenas. Something tells me Scar's up to no good. "Hey, did you bring us anything to eat?" asked Bonsai. "I don't think you really deserve this," said Scar, holding up a zebra's leg. "I practically gift wrapped those cubs for you, and you couldn't even dispose of them." "Well, it wasn't exactly like they were alone, Scar," said the hyenas. "What were we supposed to do? Kill Mufasa?" "Precisely," said Scar. Well, the next day, Scar took Simba down to the gorge. "Now you wait here," he instructed. "Your father has a marvelous surprise for you." "Hey, Uncle Scar, will I like this surprise?" "Simba," said Scar as he turned to leave, "it's to die for." Well, on the grasslands above the gorge, a herd of wildebeest were peacefully gathered while the hyenas hid behind a rock. On Scar's signal, they startled the wildebeest, driving them down into the gorge. Well, the first thing Simba felt was the ground trembling beneath him, and then he saw the powerful stampede rushing toward him. Simba was going to be trampled in an instant, and in terror he ran. Scar had reached Mufasa. "Quick! Stampede in the gorge! Simba's down there!" Well, as Mufasa ran to save his son, Simba clung to a low branch. The stampede raced past him. "Your father is on the way!" Zazu cried. "Hold on!" But Simba's branch was beginning to break. "Dad!" he screamed. Well, Mufasa leaped into the gorge and ran through the stampede until he grabbed his son. And then he placed Simba on a rocky ledge. A moment later, Mufasa was struck by a wildebeest and dragged into the stampede. Well, Mufasa clawed his way back up the rocks, and when he reached the top, he called out for Scar to help. Well, Scar reached down and he gouged his claws into Mufasa's outstretched paws, just out of Simba's view. "Long live the king," he said with menace as he threw Mufasa back down into the gorge. "No!" yelled Simba as he caught sight of his father falling. By the time Simba reached the bottom of the gorge, the herd was gone. In the dusty air, he found his father lying on the ground. You've got to get up, cried Simba. But Mufasa did not move. Help! Called Simba as tears slid down his face. Somebody, anybody, help! And he crept under his father's paw and lay there until Scar arrived. Simba, said Scar, what have you done? The king is dead, and if it weren't for you, he'd still be alive. What will your mother think? What am I going to do? Asked Simba, sobbing. Run away, Simba, said Scar. Run away and never return. And at those words, Simba ran. Behind him, the hyenas were waiting. Kill him, commanded Scar. And the hyenas chased Simba until they came to a large patch of thorny bushes. Only Simba could fit through without getting scratched. There ain't no way I'm going in there, said Shenzi, not wanting to get pricked by the thorns. He's as good as dead out there anyway. And if he comes back, we'll kill him.